Did you know that at this very moment, under hundreds of meters of solid rock, there is an assembly line capable of producing an entire air force without a single satellite being able to see it? What you are about to discover is not just a factory, but one of the Middle East's greatest military secrets. While major powers spend billions on stealth fighters, Iran took the opposite path. It created underground drone cities that operate like technological anthills. The biggest curiosity? Many of these drones, capable of crossing continents, use engines you would find in a simple lawnmower or a professional ice cutter. This is elite MacGyver-style engineering elevated to a global strategic level. How did a country under brutal sanctions manage to become the world's largest exporter of kamikaze drones? The answer is hidden in the heart of the mountains, in an industrial process that mixes high-end, off-the-shelf technology with solutions that defy the logic of traditional warfare. Get ready to enter where no one is allowed, the drone megafactory. To propel these machines over distances that often exceed 2,000 kilometers, the factory does not rely on complex jet turbines, which would require rare metals and constant maintenance. The secret of Iranian longevity and operational autonomy lies in the brilliant and pragmatic adaptation of piston engines. Many of these engines have their roots in high-performance civilian projects, similar to those used in utility vehicles or experimental leisure aircraft. In the heart of the mountain, on test benches surrounded by acoustic insulation, these 2- or 4-stroke engines are completely disassembled. Their internal components receive heat treatments to increase hardness, and combustion chambers are recalibrated to burn low-octane fuel with maximum efficiency at constant altitudes. It is a survival engineering where the rhythmic sound of these propellers masks a thermal efficiency optimized for ultra-low altitude cruise flights. Flying under the radar, these engines allow the drone to infiltrate protected airspaces, using the terrain as a shield. While the physical shell and propulsion system are finalized, the electronic brain and nervous system of the drone come to life in the microelectronics and precision avionics wing. This is the most guarded sector of the factory, where silence is broken only by the sound of precision welding. In the absence of latest-generation military-grade semiconductors, Iran has mastered the art of integrating off-the-shelf electronic components, a strategy that confuses international analysts. Microchips and commercial processing modules are shielded against electromagnetic pulses and combined with internally developed inertial navigation systems. The real competitive advantage, however, lies in the proprietary software recorded on these boards. Local programmers develop autonomous flight algorithms capable of redundantly processing data from digital compasses, barometers, and inertial sensors. This ensures that the aircraft maintains its programmed route with surgical precision, even when GPS satellite signals are deliberately blocked or suffer spoofing attacks by high-tech enemy defenses. For variants destined for strategic reconnaissance and border surveillance, optical acuity is the absolute goal of production. In the optronics section, units equipped with high-resolution thermal cameras and long-spectrum infrared sensors are carefully installed in stabilized spheres known as gimbals. These mounts use ultra-fast stepper motors and high-frequency gyroscopes to keep the image stable even under heavy turbulence or sudden maneuvers. Each optical assembly undergoes vacuum calibration, where it is subjected to vibrations that simulate the stress of a real launch. These sensors allow for target identification in total darkness, turning night into day for ground operators. Data is sent through encrypted radio links using random frequency hopping, making communication almost impossible to intercept or track by adversary intelligence. Deep within the arid and inhospitable mountain ranges of Iran hides one of the most protected, resilient, and enigmatic military manufacturing networks in the modern world. These facilities are not mere storage hangars. They are known internally as drone cities. They are Titanic-scale industrial complexes carved directly into solid rock hundreds of meters deep, specifically designed with bunker engineering to withstand high-power bombings and maintain uninterrupted production, far from the constant surveillance of foreign satellites. Here, geographical isolation and geological protection form the first and most important stage of the assembly line, allowing the country to develop an air sovereignty doctrine based entirely on asymmetric technology and massive underground production. The journey of creating these aircraft begins long before mechanical assembly, starting with advanced materials science and lightweight structure engineering. In an environment where access to cutting-edge aerospace metal alloys is severely restricted by decades of international sanctions, Iranian engineers were forced to blaze a trail of innovation through absolute necessity. The central focus of this wing of the factory is the manipulation of fiberglass, carbon, and high-strength composite polymers. In rooms with controlled atmospheres and particle filtration, technical fabric sheets are laser-cut and manually applied over high-density molds that define the aerodynamic profile of iconic models. This manual lamination process, reinforced by slow-cure industrial resins, creates a fuselage that is both incredibly light and structurally rigid. But there is a strategic secret here. The extensive use of these non-metallic materials gives the drones a naturally reduced radar signature, transforming them into digital ghosts that defy multi-billion-dollar air defense systems. Every wing curve and body joint is meticulously sanded by specialized technicians, ensuring that the surface finish minimizes parasitic drag, saving every drop of precious fuel for ultra-long range missions.
As we move to the final integration wing, the environment shifts from precision workshops to a rhythmic and coordinated mass production line. Here, the industrial scale of the operation becomes evident and impressive. It is not an artisanal garage workshop, but a continuous flow where absolute standardization is the golden rule. Hundreds of drones are organized in rows that seem endless, moving through stations where highly trained teams install electrical harnesses, sealed fuel tanks, and flight control systems. This modular organization, inspired by major
Rotação confirmada, série completa.
to operate in 24-hour shifts,
Verifique os reflexos
converting raw
agora.
materials into combat squadrons at a speed that defies traditional logistics projections. The strategic goal is saturation, to produce so many units that the opponent's defense system is mathematically incapable of intercepting all of them simultaneously. A particularly secretive sector of this mega factory is dedicated to the manufacturing of loitering munitions, known worldwide as kamikaze drones. In these models, the aircraft itself is conceived as the final projectile. In the weapons integration section, the cargo compartment in the drone's nose is filled with high-energy explosive mixtures designed to maximize the piercing of armor or the destruction of critical infrastructure. Redundant detonators and high-sensitivity impact sensors are embedded directly into the composite structure. Unlike a traditional cruise missile, which can cost millions of dollars per unit, these drones are built to be disposable, simple, and extremely cheap. The Iranian philosophy is pragmatic. The precision of the final impact and the low cost of production outweigh the need for excessive sophistication or reuse. It is a weapon designed to win through the enemy's economic exhaustion. The intelligence behind this operation extends far beyond the mountain's concrete walls. Iran has developed launch solutions that are true masterpieces of stealth logistical engineering. Engineers created pneumatic launch systems and modular rail catapults that can be folded and hidden inside standard commercial containers or the beds of seemingly harmless civilian delivery trucks. This logistical camouflage means the factory doesn't end at the mountain gate. It extends across all the country's highways. In a matter of minutes, a truck parked on a shoulder can open its roof, arm a launch rail, and fire a coordinated salvo of drones, quickly disappearing into the road network before any satellite or radar can coordinate a retaliation. This ensures that the arsenal produced in the depths has omnipresent mobility and is virtually impossible to neutralize in a preemptive strike. Before any unit is sent to strategic stockpile or operational units, it must face a relentless regime of stress tests. On underground test benches, engines are pushed to thermal exhaustion to verify material resistance. Communication and navigation systems are bombarded with artificial electronic noise to ensure the drone doesn't get lost in a real battlefield. Regularly, units randomly selected from the assembly line are sent to the country's central deserts for validation flights under real conditions. In these exercises, the aircraft must demonstrate that their telemetry, maximum range, and ability to hit simulated targets strictly comply with engineering manuals. Each bit of telemetry data collected in flight is sent back to the factory's design offices, feeding a cycle of continuous improvement that makes each new generation more lethal survival in the face of unprecedented international isolation has evolved today into a new paradigm in modern 21st century warfare. Iran has transformed from a mere importer or copier of foreign technologies into a global center of influence in unmanned vehicle technology. This megafactory, operating silently beneath millenary rocks, is the material testimony of a profound change in the nature of conflicts. An era where the mass production of smart, cheap, and persistent systems can challenge and even overcome the planet's most modern and expensive air forces. From the depths of the mountains to the skies of multiple continents, the production cycle here never ceases, consolidating a new geopolitical reality where innovation is born of necessity and control of the skies is no longer an exclusive privilege of the wealthiest, but of those who master the art of industrial persistence.
Dish alignment is stable. Cables are secure. Powering up. Link is active. Monitoring now. ضبط شد. تست موفقیت تمیزی. کارتون بهتر بود. اینجا توی این کویر ما پیروز شدیم. ولی اینجا رضای زیادی است.